And thanks a lot for joining me tonight on tonight's Live at 5. The discussion is persistence, one of my favorites. What isn't? And so no comments yet. I am getting used to doing this in Manifesting Mastery. It will be posted on my YouTube channel under Mind Dynamics Coaching. And then it will also go on my Facebook personal page under Karen Sinclair. So let's get it going. I am 100% in back of persisting. I mean, there is can stop me. Okay, I am at that point. I want to help people get to that point, and that's what tonight's discussion is about. I am going on vacation next week for 4 days, and I am going to Sacramento, California. I'm returning there for a visit and to get a gander of where I want to live when I move back in a year. I'm moving back September 15th of 2023. I have persisted in that for 34 years. That's how long sometimes a dream takes in order for it to move you to it. I have a career that is beyond anything I ever imagined. All 4 of my businesses are absolutely spectacular. I could not have fathomed my success even 5 years ago. I won't go into how much I make. I tripled my income shortly after 2020. Tripled. My income at that time, everybody would have wanted, okay? So it's like, I've made it. I have really made it. Yes, I have another avenue to make, and that is to mate with someone compatible, and I don't have to fix him, okay? And I know he's there in Sacramento, so I'm looking forward to that. It's going to start a new avenue for me to heal in. And I am ecstatic, absolutely ecstatic. All the indicators are pointing there. So let's get back to persistence. Normally what happens is that the divine voice will whisper in your ear for a desire to come through you, for you to give birth in 3D. And first it takes form in 4D. Hi, Leah. How are you, hon? Hi, Monica. Valerie. Hi, hon. So getting back to this, it will be a whisper. It will ignite you after it takes hold, and you will just be so excited. At the same time, what happens when that happens, dearest, is that love brings up anything unlike itself for purposes of healing only. The old man, or as I like to term it, the ego gets activated because it wants to keep control of you, baby. It wants you to stay in the crypt. It's the crypt keeper. It doesn't want you to find happiness and contentment and to let go of resentment and guilt and fear. So it's going to somehow try to tempt you off of the course that you have embarked on, the bridge of incidents. It takes you to your desired realm. And but persistence gets you across that bridge, and you persist in the desired state as the person who embodies the desire that you wish. I embody living back in Sacramento, okay? Every day I wake up in Sacramento. I go to bed in Sacramento. I breathe in the air of Sacramento. I look up into the sky and I see Sacramento, and I am in joy. At the same time, everything around me is Boise, Idaho, and I don't mind that at all, okay? It does not tempt me. So the ego will come up and say, but Karen, you're not in Sacramento. And I'll say, shut the F up, and I am in Sacramento. I am living there. Hi, Danette. And I am joyous in Sacramento. I live the state of being in Sacramento. That will take me across the bridge of incidents. The bridge of incidents starts immediately when you launch, when you start producing the manifesting of your desired result. In concrete form, by the way. This is not an airy-fairy wish come true where you have lofty 4D and you just stay in your head. No, you get involved in life. You live your life as the person, in my case, in Sacramento. And I bring you guys with me. And I love being in Sacramento. There's nothing better for me, okay? And so what you want to do is you want to be on the lookout of the signs the ego is rumbling. He will tempt you. He will say, but Karen, blah, blah, blah. But Karen, blah, blah, blah. Karen, you don't have the money to move. Karen, you're still in debt. Karen, you're not at your goals yet. And I will just turn, smile sweetly, and laugh. I said, I'm in Sacramento, credit card debt free, 2 new cars, and a going bang up coaching business that gives me income in 9 different avenues. And that's what I'm developing now. I don't do anything else. I don't stay at other people's homes and watch their home when they're gone and watch their sweet animals. I'm giving that up. And it's part of my heart, but it's time to let go. I have a 9-month gestation period to give this baby full birth. And I am dwelling in Sacramento. And I am living in Sacramento. My mind, my soul, my body is in Sacramento. I keep that going in my experience. And anything that tempts me off of that, I use it to fortify the strength I have. Staying on the path, I just chuckle, laugh, brush it aside, and say, thank you, that's not going to work right now. And I balls up, and I continue on my journey, being physically in Sacramento. What people do when the ego comes up is that they fall for the lies of the serpent. They capitulate. They go back into their crypt. They close the door. They put a lock on the door. They turn off the lights and go back into a fitful dream. They choose that. Well, and then pretty soon the voice of truth comes whispering in their ears, and it says, wake up, be who you are. Come out of the crypt. And it might take a week, it might take a month, it might take 12 years. In certain case, it took me 12 years. And so you get out of the crypt again, you brush yourself off, you yawn, and you go across the bridge of incidents again. It's still there. And the ego comes up and tempts you, and hopefully this time you won't fall for the first volley. So you're going across the bridge, you get fortified by each step. And you feel stronger and stronger. And pretty soon, you feel that you can run across the bridge. So you start running across, leaping up in the air, saying, wahoo, isn't this fun? And then all of a sudden you trip and fall. You sit there and you cry and you say, why did that happen? Because, honey, the ego came and followed you across that bridge because you carried it with you. There's a part of your mind that's split off that tells you you're a failure. So you have to let that go. You have to realize, I am God. You have to let go of everything else. Pick yourself up, brush your knees off, wipe your tears away, and continue on the bridge of incidents. Then all of a sudden you come to a wall. The wall is guilt. And if the ego comes up and says, don't break the wall down. It's very scary behind that wall. You will be obliterated. Hi, Jeanette. You will be obliterated because you are challenging God the Father himself by standing tall and proclaiming you are God, which is a bunch of hoopla. You are God. You are one and the same with the Father. And so somehow the voice of reason comes up and says, go ahead, here's a sledgehammer, knock the wall down. And you'll get support from me and all the other moderators and coaches on this on Manifesting Mastery. And friends come around you and they say, you can do it. Look at your muscles. You can do this. We want you to do it. And so you'll take a hit at it. And you'll start knocking it down. And you'll look through the hole. It's not so bad. So then you start knocking it down. Each brick is the brick of revising yourself. Revising yourself of all the past mistakes, all the stopping, all the stalling, all the hesitation, all the going back into your crypt, and you'll simply chuckle. And then the wall will collapse, and guess what? You're in Sacramento or Barbados, and you've made it. And you'll look and you'll say, thank you, Father. Thank you, everyone. And then you'll thank yourself. That's what persistence does. And it fortifies the journey. It gives you the strength in order to go across the bridge and then go through all of the phases of the temptations, like the temptation of Christ. And it gets pretty damn nasty at times. Your cat will get sick. Your child will have whooping cough, pardon me. You'll lose your job. You'll get the flu, COVID. You know, who knows what's going to happen? I don't. You don't. Depends on what's in the repertoire down deep inside that you're afraid of. It will come up. Okay? Hi, Karen. Seeing and hearing your brilliance. Bless. Thank you, Eddie. Okay. So I like to use a Thoreau saying, that's the fool's journey. The journey through the different stages of life to get to the journey's end. And the journey's end is achieving the state of the wish fulfilled permanently. Then guess what? You're going to revel in it. You're going to celebrate. And then the voice of God will speak to you again and say, there's something more. I've been birthing ideas multiple times before one even solidifies. I've got 3 others. And so the passage across the bridge of incidents happens faster and faster and faster and faster. I'm just zooming through things, and I'm zooming through becoming more aware of my God self, more aware of how to innately within me to bring out to assist others, and the voice within speaking through me, channeling in what I post on the groups and what I say in my videos, and then planning out a further section of my career. I'm planning a book. I'm planning my first Zoom, where I will have it the Saturday after I come back from my vacation. I think that's the 28th. But I'll announce that. and I've got a lot to learn, and I'm willing to learn it. I open myself up to teachers who come along the way. Thank you, Valerie, and thank you, Jeanette, and thank you, everybody else who's participating in my involvement, and that's you, okay? Everybody plays a part in my involvement. No one comes into your life uninvited, narcissists included, and they are incredible healers. When we are pulling ourselves back, they come forth, they push us, and they try to strangle the life out of us. And when we get down and we almost breathe the last breath of life because the narcissist is trying to squeeze everything out of us, something inside of us screams and says, no more. And we will raise up and we will literally turn the tables on narcissists who are actually dependent on our empowerment, which they try to snuff out. And they become one of our students. This happens time and time and again. I love narcissists. I really do. Those who are willing to learn. Those who are not, I just wave them aside. They're not ready, and that's fine. I'm not going to force them. So, persisting, no matter what. You get up in the morning, you're in a bad mood. What happens to your dream? You persist. You allow it to take hold of you again, and you allow it to shift your entire focus on it, and your bad morning turns into bliss. No matter what happens. The cat scratches you, you burn your toast. Your coffee is bland. You get stopped by a policeman. Big deal, okay? It's all part of the bridge of incidents. Every single thing that happens is part of the bridge of incidents. There's nothing else. Your life is a vast bridge of incidents, and along the way are resting posts, in a sense, and that is achievement, okay? And then it lifts up, and it's like the locks in the Erie Canal. It lifts you higher, and you go through another series of lock, and then a higher one, and a higher one, and a higher one. Marvia, hi. Let me see if I can translate this. Too bad I cannot understand. I will study English and soon understand all of your wisdom. Bless you. Thank you for showing up. Yes, do not surrender to the enemy. The enemy is us, honey. The enemy is part of who we are. And we use the ego to make us stronger and make us more resilient. If we didn't have challenges, we would not move across the bridge of incidents. We wouldn't. We would always think we were there. We are not there. Sometimes the bridge of incidents is longer than other times. Right now, I've taken the year that I have to face, and I have put little stopping posts. One is 9 months where the other 3 businesses will end. Before that, I've got a trip to Sedona with a group of my coaching students, another Karen trip to Sedona in March for my birthday, March 15th. And before that, something else is happening. And so along the path that I am traveling, I have different areas, different watering places, watering stations, where I can move to, rest, catch my breath, fortify myself, and move again. That's okay. If you want to be married, as an example, nothing wrong with that. What you want to do is you want to make a list of the qualities that you want in your mate. Do not decide ahead of time who your mate is going to be. Please don't do that. That's telling God exactly how to run his business. It can be the person that you are hung up on. Certainly it can. But don't count on it, okay? If it happens, it happens. And then you want to make a list, and then you want to make a resume of what you have to offer this wonderful mate. And compare the two, okay? Would you marry yourself? Hell, I'd marry myself. Damn straight. Oh, God, please, Karen, marry me. Now, so you do that. So you make your list, and you live in the state of finding your mate and being mated with the perfect mate with these qualities, offering him what you have to offer. You live a successful life on your own. You get a career. You manage your money. You have a home. You are not after somebody to depend on. Please never go after dependency and having a relationship to get. I will come, hunt you down, and slap you if you do that. You are to be empowered on your own and want to share your particular empowerment path with a mate who's also empowered. Because if you are lacking in, hi Monica, I already said hi to you, huh? If you are lacking in any avenue, that is going to be a hidden issue in the person or persons you attract. You're not going to ever be able to hide from yourself, especially when you get into the manifesting. Okay, so you persist in the desire of having a relationship. And you start perhaps dating. And you persist in dating until you find a possible person, and then you get to know them. And you go at the speed that you go at. But believe me, a mate, a real mate, go as slow as you can, okay? Really get to know them. Have coffee, then go out to dinner, etc. Don't rush to the marriage altar. And then you decide to have a commitment after going through some things together. You're persisting, and then you set a date for the wedding, and then you have more challenges. Each step of the way, you have challenges on the bridge of instance. Perhaps his mother doesn't like you. Perhaps his dog bites you. Whatever. You learn to heal, because love is healing. And then you end up being married. Might take 6 months, it might take 5 years. Meanwhile, you are in the state of being happily married. Neville teaches many things. At the end of his career, he taught that you want the state of the wish fulfilled. You want to live from the state of the wish fulfilled. You want to wear the clothing of that person who is the person you wish to be. You become them all along the bridge of incidents. And you persist. You don't give up. You don't play uncle. You don't cry and go back into your crypt. You do not listen to people who say, oh, you're too old to be married. Oh, you just aren't a good catch. Oh, remember that bad relationship you had in high school? Well, gee, what do you have to offer? So you're going to hear the voices from within you. It's not from without. You're going to be tested all along the way. Persist. You stay stuck. You stay grounded in the state. That's what persistence is all about. Never, ever, ever giving up. To the point where when you think you give up, you turn it around and you realize beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's actually persisting because you still have the desire. It's just a different form. When you can convince yourself of that, you're scot-free. A lot of this is playing mind games with your ego. And you've got to turn everything around to where it's benefiting your passage across the bridge of incidents. So that's all I have to say. I do not want you giving up and throwing in the towel. And if you do, don't tell me, okay? I will put you in one of my courses. You'll pay me for that. And speaking of my courses, you can ask for details on those through messaging me. I have one on guilt, one on loving relationships, one on persistence. I have 12 of them. And then I have 2 forms of one-on-one. I have my one-on-one coaching, and then I also do intuitive reading with the tarot. So any of that is available for a price, and you just contact me through Messenger. I will see you at the voyage end. Remember, you are love, made in love, by love, for love. Thank you for attending. Bye now. See you on Sunday. See you on Sunday. Bye-bye.